everybody. This is Marcos with my 2022 KLR 650 Adventure 6,600 miles review. I'm very impressed still. I never had any problems yet. It is a really nice bike. It's something that you can rely on it, but you never know, things can happen, things can break. I heard people saying they have problems with the cold start. I didn't have it. I heard about complaints about fuel pumps problems. I didn't have that, but I might be just a lucky one. This bike, it is they have a few modes already, but I'm gonna talk about the bike by itself, and then we can get in a little bit more about the modes. I'm gonna start from the ground up. So the first thing touching the ground was the tires. The stock factory tires, they are not that bad. They are really more street oriented, and I never really had problems with them. I was doing some mild sand, M.A.D, and some off-road. Nothing too technical, too hard, and I never had the problems at all with those tires. The only thing that, yes, those tires, they don't last too long. I got about 4,000 miles, 393,000. Now I'm good with numbers. It was 3,900 something when I changed it. I can get a couple of hundreds more, but I already have the new tires, so I changed it. I'm pretty picky with the air pressure and with the whole adjustment of the rear suspension. Of course, that's the only one we can adjust, right? But I think that's why I get to those miles. And many people I know, friends, they usually 3,000. That's kind of like too much already. So that's about the tires. Going a little bit higher. The pegs, I changed those too. No, because I needed to, because the stock pegs are pretty good. We're gonna put something clear right here. If you wanna just go get a bike, load the bike up, and go for an adventure, you can perfectly do that with the KLR the way it comes from factory. You don't really need to do anything, absolutely anything, for get the bike ready to go somewhere. You just can go. Of course, there are things that we all like to change a little bit to make it more personal, make it more looks like you or something, you know. But you don't really need it. I did it first 2,000 miles on the bike. It was stock, and I don't really have any complaints. Of course, with some mods, it's a little bit more comfy, a little different, easier to handle. But the first 2,000 miles in this bike, it was completely stock. No complaints at all about nothing. Too many people they say that the windshield is noisy and this and that, but if you have a really nice helmet, that noise is really low. You are not going to notice that. If you're wearing a helmet for Walmart, yes, of course, it's going to be noisy, it's going to be annoying. The only thing that I really didn't like about this bike, and I still don't like it, but I haven't done nothing yet to fix it, it is the switch. That little switch right there, it doesn't light up when it's off, so when you're driving at night you don't see it. If you really want to turn it on, it's gonna take you a little bit to find it until you turn it on. You cannot do it like an emergency. I need the lights now, because you are not gonna reach that. You have to do that hundreds of times until you have the muscle memory. You can just go, but you might have wires in the way, you might have a cell phone holder, you might have something, so it's not bad, but it could be better. That we are plenty of room right here, you know. Kawasaki could put another switch right here or something, but that's actually the only real complaint, and I didn't like at all about the bike. Another thing that I don't like it too much, it is the lights. You know, when you turn the high beam on in any other vehicle and you have a car coming towards you, they're gonna flash your lights, chick, telling you, hey, you got a high beam, put that thing down, it's bothering me. I can have all my lights on, full throttle, and nobody do that to me. So that makes me think that the bike is not really a powerful light, the one I have. It's good enough for me to see, but at the high beam, kind of like it sucks a little bit. Other than that, those two things, and a little bit about the windshield, that is too narrow. That's the main problem. You have air coming through here, right straight to the shoulder. That produces some noise around your helmet. And that's the main noise that you hear, is that. If it was just straight up like this or something a little different, it would be better. Miles a gallon, I'm doing an average of 47 miles, driving mixed things, highway, town, a little bit dirt, a little bit everything. I don't really have just a commute to go back and forth. Always, when I take it, I drive and do things. So usually 47, 45, that's what I'm having pretty much all the time. And always, I don't really trust in this thing too much, because usually I still have another 70 miles more to drive and gas inside the tank, and I already want to have the whole thing blinking and screaming, say, ah, get me gas, I'm gonna die, oh! So what I do, I just usually put it on 0. The trip A is always on 0 when I fill it up. The tank is full, and I know that I can do over 250 miles. I did 276 until it dries once. So I usually, when I'm getting close to 250, if I have the time to do it right now, or if I got a gas station close, I just pull over and fill it up to 250. That's my goal. And about 5 gallons, 5.2, 5.3 every single time. So the other thing that I'm thinking now, it is a little annoying sometimes, it is the cover here. Sometimes that's, if you don't take your time and you squeeze it in tight and hard in the right place, it's gonna be flopping around, especially when you're going on the dirt. And it's annoying. It's nothing really bad. Another thing that I complained, it was I had to retire pretty much every single bolt and the whole half of the motorcycle pretty much, because they start getting loose, start feeling vibrations and noises and kind of annoying things. That's pretty much all the bad things. Everything else is just a great bike to go around. I've been driving motorcycles for as far as I remember. Dirt bikes, street bikes. I had a Harley once. It wasn't mine, it was a friend of mine, but I have it with me for like a year. He was out of this country. And I have a couple of KLRs before. I got a Honda Transalp. That's the Africa Stream daughters, I guess. It's another 600. Yeah, it was a 600 cc's. I got a BMW GS 600. I got a BMW GS 800. I got a BMW GS 1150. And then I have finally the bike of my dreams. It was a GF 1200 Venture. Super sweet, love those bikes. Then, well, for personal reasons, divorce, money problem and things like that, I had to sell that bike, the last one, the GS 400. That was the last one I have. And then I was a few years not being available to have another motorcycle or go for rides and have fun. It was too fucked up. So slowly things start getting better, and then I say, okay, I'm 52 years old right now. Now I have to buy myself a bike for the rest of my life. I'm gonna buy something that is gonna last probably longer than me. And I didn't have too much money. So I started looking around, and there was no way that I can get the money to buy the bike I wanted. So I was start looking at new bikes, and I always been a Super Tenere fan. I love those bikes. I never had one, but I always liked them. They are so tall, skinny, and sexy, and they got too much power and smooth. And but when I saw the price of that, brand new, that we was talking about $3,000-$4,000 difference with this bike, and I'd say, okay, you know, if I was a professional rider and I'm going to be racing, I'm going to get what the bike can do, yeah, I will of course pay the difference and get the Tenere, because I can walk faster and things. But I'm just an average guy. I'm a normal guy that I like motorcycles. I like to be driving around and look at scenery like this and say, okay, man, that's cool, let's relax. And I don't have the skills of a guy that really knows. So I will just be using probably the 20% of what that bike can do. And I can do with this one the 20% of the Tenere can do. It might be the 40% of this one. I'm still 40% of this bike, probably it is a little bit higher than my skills. So it didn't worth the difference of the money for get something super wow. And I'm not going to be able to do more than 20% of what that bike can do. So I was looking for GS's, 1200s, 1250 now, and I can buy 3 or 4 of these ones, one of those bikes. And I had one before. I really like it. It is an amazing motorcycle, but it's heavy for me. I never really did too many crazy things with the bike when I have it. I was scared to drop it, to break it, to pick it up on myself. So I started looking at, when I find out the KLR, get the 2022 model again, because they stopped making them in 18, 19. And I looked at the price and said, holy crap, I have the KLR before, I know that what they can do, and I know I still can't do all that motorcycle can offer. So that's the right one. So I put the whole thing together and I find out price range, all the new little upgrades that the new model have compared with the Gen 2. I'm not saying that I'm gonna do it, but if you decide to go for a long drive, you go travel around the world, you have a problem with the Tenere, you have a problem with the BMW, you have a problem with many of those bikes. You're not going to find parts that easy. You might not even find a BMW dealer in the whole freaking country. Might be only one in Honduras, to say something. There might be only one in the whole country. You're going to be 400 miles from there. KLR been around for so many years. 1987 was the first one, and it's basically the same bike. There are changes, of course, but you're still going to find the main things that you might need if something breaks, or you probably are going to find a part for Gen 2 that you can make work with this bike all over the world. Every single town, everywhere, there's going to be ways to find KLR 650. This is a worldwide motorcycle. It's comfy. It is pretty smooth compared with the other one. I'm not going too fast right now at 62 miles an hour, but I'm just so freaking relaxing here, and I'm not even feeling nothing. The little handlebar over rubber mount, and the seat rubber mount will make a huge difference. And it's fine. You can go 200 miles trip non-stop and you're gonna be fine. The seat is pretty comfy. Now it's way better. At the beginning it was a little hard, but now it's already wear out a little bit, and this is pretty comfy, pretty nice, and I don't really have nothing bad to say. It's a really nice bike, and this was the right one for me, because money-wise, because weight-wise, because what I want the bike. So I choose her and got her. The only thing that I will do probably, if I had the money, probably was I would maybe buy the base model, and with the difference between the base model and this one, the engine guards you want, the soft luggage stuff for camping and travel, and spend that money on those things. I couldn't do that because I didn't have the money, so I make payments for the bike. I bought the bike with everything, and I dropped her a couple of times. crazy, but I did it. The back bags, the factory stock cases, they work fine. They have a couple of little scratches, but it's still working on those. No cracks, no nothing. The engine guard did the job, and everything is fine. So if you're looking for something that you wanna just put gas, check the coolant level, and change the oil once in a while, and just go anywhere you want for cheap, this is the bike for you. This is the bike. I make a few mods just to make it a little bit more comfy and a little bit more personal. I play a lot with the windshield, and I was using it all the time. My Sedici helmet, never had problem before. It was nice, but because this windshield, it was pretty noisy. It was pretty noisy and crazy buffering and stuff. So I get a windshield for a Kawasaki Ninja 1100, and it's wider than this one. It's a really nice, good looking. It makes the bike look more tough, more crazy or something like that. It wasn't really nice. The only problem I had with that one, when I get it, was dark. I love the look, but it was tinted. So still, you can see over with no problems at all. But having that really dark thing right here, especially when you're driving at night and you are going to twists or the off-road, if you're standing up, you're perfectly fine. But if you're sitting, you lose perception of the things. You don't really see everything the way you have to see it. And I find out that because one time that windshield got so many bugs for a little trip I did, that I take it out and I leave it in a little container with water and some dish and salt there to get everything loose. And so I installed this one back, and when I put this one back, I went back to visit my daughters through the same road, and I was going with the other one, and it was like somebody flipped a switch on me, and it was 5 times better rider. I'm sorry. It was 5 times better rider, taking the turns in different ways and doing everything was way more smooth. I was feeling more relaxed, more comfy. I said, oh, that's what it was. That little dark thing right there was the right thing for me. It might be good for you, but for me it wasn't. So I went back to this one, and I get some risers for 3D cycle. They've been delivered 2 days after. I pretty much already have it home, and I love it. I love it. I like the view with the stock thing a little bit more on angle. This one is just raise it and stand it up a little bit, and it's not bad. Not bad. Like I said, I like the look of the other one more, but this one does the job drive. And yeah, each was perfectly fine for me. No problem at all. Another Neo Mod I did was just the mirrors, just because I like the look. Still the round mirrors, they come from factory, they do a better job than these ones, but they are a little bit, they stick out a little bit more. They're a little bit more wider. And vibrate a little less, but these ones works, and I like the look, so I keep them. GPS, cheap stuff. I made the mount with two little clamps and a plate with 3 holes from Home Depot, probably maybe I don't know, $5, and I put the whole thing together and painted, and it's my GPS hole. I hardwire the power behind this, so that way I don't need to touch it, do nothing about it, and still have to be ready to use for something else. I got this little cell phone holder. I don't do my cell phone here anymore because I keep breaking it. I keep breaking the camera. Didn't like that at all, and I still have it because I put right here my battery pack and apply it into the USB, so that way I keep it charged when I'm gonna ride in, and especially if I'm going for a long trip or camping and things like that. So when I get to the camp at night, I got a full charge and I can charge my cell phone, my GoPro, or use it for lights or whatever else I do. That's what I keep it here. I put some little better pegs. The other ones are not bad, but these ones are a little bit more wider, bigger, so when you're standing up you feel a huge difference, or you rest more. And of course I have to get extended shifter because I couldn't use the stock shifter after I changed the pegs with my boots. It was too short distance. It was confused. I have extension you can find in different brands. Online and Amazon, pretty cheap. It's not that much. Another mod that I did. It's almost running off already. That is showing the RPMs. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I can barely see it, but it's showing me 4,300 RPMs right now, and I'm 63 miles an hour. Because I changed the sprocket. The sprocket got one more tooth, and I didn't really notice too much loss of power in the low end. Yes, I did notice loss of power at the top end because you are too up, or you have your camping gear and stuff. That 5th gear is not going to be as strong like it was before, so the top speed of the bike is going to be a little bit less when it's pushing, when it's going up here, when it's wind. It's pretty much the same thing. But when you have heavy on it, you have a heavy bike, that top speed is going to be less than what it was before. It still is perfectly fine, but it's not turtle, you know. 65 miles an hour. I'm hitting the gas right now, the same gear with the 16. So she's happy at 72. That's what I do, 172. Pretty much that's all. Those are all the modifications I did on the bike. I'm kind of planning to do a little bit more things here and there just for fun. Oh no, I'm forgetting about something. I made that. I lowered the front fender. Probably you guys cannot really see that. I'm gonna try to show you because I got the sun pretty much almost in my back, so it's not really a good shade. I don't know if you guys can see that. Make it. It's hard to see. Maybe I'll be able to show you the shot. No. Well, I put a front brace, not because I was needing the front brace, because I wanted the fender low, and I really like it. I like the view. I like how it looks. The other way too. Both ways it looks really good. But what I noticed that with the lower fender, if you have let's pretend that we have wind coming from your left side, you are going to make a right turn. So when you make a right turn, the fender is gonna this. The wind coming underneath, move the fender this way, and that makes the bike a little unstable sometimes. It is unstable. Do like a parachute, try to release weight on the front of the bike, and when you're making the turn you want weight on the front of the bike. You want that wheel touching the asphalt, trying to take off. I noticed that there was a big improvement with that thing, and somewhere around here when I live it's usually windy, not too much, but I have that annoying wind that you are making the turn and the bike is dancing like this. I didn't really notice the difference to more steady on the front and the way it was before. It still was fine, but I noticed that, and I like the look a little more. and you can some comment and say, "Wow, that looks cool, man," or it's, "Oh, that's garbage." I want to hear your opinion. It's pretty much that's all. Make it feel short. If you want something to have fun, your goal is no race. You want to get there. Your goal is move from point A to B. Doesn't matter, you're going to find in between A and B. You're going through. You're going to make it. It's something on a low budget. Go ahead. That's the bike for you. That's exactly the bike you want. So I am making a quick stop as soon as I can pull over somewhere around here. So I'm very make a quick walk around bike. Guys can see it, see how it looks like. I'm trying to remember if I did something more, but like I said before, I'm 50 years old, 52 actually, and my mind is not working like it was working before. So I'm forgetting stuff. I put the iridium spark plug. Yep, that was something I did. I really noticed a little improvement in the bike. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do something with this exhaust, because like I say, I'm an old man. I'm not really happy with something quiet, like a screaming crazy bike. So I'm not doing it at all. I'm just happy the way it is. I'm pretty sure that I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you have to change it because you are gonna save. You're gonna take like 10 pounds off the bike," and we are looking to get bigger cases. Put more camping things, so you don't have to worry about 7 pounds. It's just noise, it just looks, it's just something. I'm pulling over right now for a second. To have a quick look of the bike. I'm going to quick show how she looks like. Leave the blinker on, no big deal, but that's how she looks like now with the brace and the lower fender. There's a little better view there of the homemade blade thing I did, and everything works fine. So the bike is it's a nice bike, something that I can ride every day if I want to, and she makes me happy. So I try to be nice with her and make her happy.